Hello and welcome to the Online Strength Coach Podcast, episode 116. Today's topic of conversation is move forward. So I just had my last week with Edinburgh Rugby, pretty much. I've still got another 3 weeks left of my contract, but it's only going to be a couple hours a day dealing with injured players and knick-knacks. Basically, my influence on the program's gone now, so it's done and it's dusted. We had our last game. We played Glasgow last weekend, got a really good win. Guys fronted up really well, showed everybody what they're capable of, and it's always really nice to get one over on Glasgow. So that was a really nice way to kind of end my tenure with the club. We had the awards dinner last night, which is really good. As always, a lot of people moving on, people moving to different clubs, some less than normal, but a couple of people retiring from the game. I myself moved on. It was a really nice experience, really nice dinner. Glad I went. Glad I got to go. Got to speak to everybody, or more or less everybody I wanted to speak to. I did miss a few, but there's like upwards of 60 people there, so difficult to catch everybody. But just some of the conversations I thought were really interesting. Some guys, how people deal with closure, or how people deal with things coming to an end. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what you do in life, even life itself comes to an end. It's something you should expect at all times. There'll come a day when you're not going to be able to lift anymore. Fuck that day, but it is going to come to all of us. There'll come a day when you're not be able to breathe anymore. But something like rugby or anything in professional sport, there's a time clock on you. There can't be. You can't have a long tenure. There is no tenure. You're always on a knife's edge. You're a run of bad performances. You're a couple of injuries. You're always walking a fine tightrope. And it has to be that way because it's a performance sport. At the end of the day, results speak, and the team needs to win, and we need to go places for everyone to stay in a job and for everything to be happy. So. There's a lot of chopping and changes happening. I mean, not really going to speak to any specifics on it because there's no real need to. But what I found was quite interesting was everyone was quite sad. When I found out that I wasn't going to be there next year, I was also quite sad. But then, after the period of sadness, there's the 7 stages of acceptance that I can't remember because my pop psychology isn't that great. I'd moved past, and to be honest, I'm quite excited. I'm looking forward to finally having time sinks that aren't of my own choosing, although ultimately all time sinks are of our own choosing. We don't have to go into work. We could just not go in. It is a possibility. It is an option that we can all exercise at any one time. However, to not have someone telling me you have to be here at this time to do this session, or these are when you're going to train the players, this is the players are going to train, or these are the people who are going to train, this is how I'm going to do my part of the training. I'm going to be in a position now where I choose who, why, and when I work with. Well, that is if they want to work with me. I choose how they train. I'm in charge of everything. I'm in charge of the data collection, marketing, whatever it is. I am now 100% in control, and that to me is fucking amazing. I'm really looking forward to just being in a space where if I fail or if I succeed, it's all down to me. And I can have that clarity. I have that 100%. I have total responsibility for everything that happens from here on out. And that to me is great. I want to have the responsibility. I don't want to be able to have an excuse that this person didn't do the role, or that person didn't follow the program, or this person didn't do this. End of the day, for me now, if someone isn't following the program, why are they not following the program? It's your responsibility to find out why they're not following the program. Is it because they don't like the program? Is it because the program's not working for them? Is it because they need to change something? And that for me is something I need to do now. I need to go and dig and be more in tune, be more in control of these things, and ultimately to take responsibility for as many actions as I can. And that to me, that's liberating to me. I really am looking forward to having that responsibility and that total control of where I am, what I'm doing, and who I am. So for me, it was kind of weird few of the people moving on, like some guys saying it's really sad you're moving on. You know, to a degree it is. I wanted to stay there, but you know, this is ultimately not what I was going to do. This is not my life's work as it is. You know, Ash is moving on forward as well, and Ash is a complete legend of the game. Being a strength and conditioning coach for 25 years, hugely influential to a lot of people. A lot of people know his work. He gives away a shitload for free. And you can see the appreciation for him in the room when the guys were speaking. He got mentioned a lot in the speeches. Ross Ford did his speech for him leaving, and Ross Ford called him the best strength and conditioning coach he ever worked with. That is not light praise, and that is not a man. That is not a man of no standing giving out that praise. So he's achieved something. He's won many Super League titles, coached the All Blacks, coached the Wallabies, coached Scotland. You know, he's done a lot of things in the sport. He's been a lot of places. He's done a lot of things. However, his life's work is not my life's work. Working within professional sport, working within rugby is something I definitely wanted to do. However, I went with it. I could have went further with it. I could have led a program. I could have led a national program. But then ultimately, what's the reward? What's the bottom line for me? The higher you go up, the less control, ironically, there are. When we become the lead of a national program, we get an athlete or we get a group of players for maybe 12 weeks of the year. Out with that, you have to go around the clubs, keep in contact with everybody. But everyone has a silo of control. It's siloed control. You have complete control of one part of the program during one part of the year. So let's say you're the head coach of Scotland and you have the team during the Six Nations. And let's say you have two S&C sessions with them. So you have 2 hours of contact with them from which you can provide some form of physical input. Now you got players that are banged up, bruised. They're in the middle of an international window, so the intensity of the contact or the intensity of the physicality of those games, I don't think people actually realize just how intense they are. Guys will barely lift during the Six Nations. They'll barely do any training because they'll just be fucked. And a lot of the players that come back to us will come back fucked from a longer period of time, like the Six Nations, where they've been playing day in. Well, they've been getting a lot of game time, especially. The guys' bodies will not be up to the rigors of training, playing, and lifting. There's only so much stress the body can handle. There's only so much that they can deal with. So that could be to you the pinnacle of strength and conditioning, being the strength and conditioning coach for the All Blacks, being the strength and conditioning coach for England, being the strength and conditioning coach for whatever the rugby union is that you want to be. But ultimately, as a strength and conditioning coach, you have absolutely no fucking say really anywhere in that player's training. You're basically a babysitter, really. There's more control at the club. We control the athletes' training year in, year out, but they are professionals, which means they have other demands. They get paid to do other things. And working with athletes is definitely something I want to do. And I don't think I would have liked I did have a goal of becoming the Irish strength and conditioning coach, the Irish national strength and conditioning coach. To be honest, I don't know if that's something that I want to do anymore. Certainly something I'm not going to write off completely, but you know, I have other goals now. I want to create wealth for myself. I want to be successful. I want to help as many people as possible. I want to get my name out there. I really want to just like build something. I have very strong opinions on how training should be done. I have very strong opinions on a lot of things in life, and you know, I have a lot of experience. I have a lot to learn myself, and I intend to share that journey with people. And that excites me. I really am looking forward to just get my fucking teeth stuck into the next 2-4 years, whatever it is, and just to train people, to help people, to produce informational content, to sell informational content, to get my name out there, to talk at conferences, take workshops, just try to get out there and just, you know, improve the quality of information. Just bring it to the next level, because I really think there's a gap in the market for some real high quality information. There are little silos of it on the internet, and I intend to be another silo, but hopefully a large silo from which you can garner that information. So again, this is one of the more me probably talking about where I'm heading and stages of my life kind of podcast rather than it is talking about a specific topic or maybe delving into something. I think I'm going to start doing some interviews as well, because talking to a microphone on your own with no questions. If you want to ask some questions, by the way, that'd be great. Cheers. Just me talking to a microphone. There's only so many ramblings I can do, only so many rants I can do. I don't even think I've started ranting on this yet, which I will do. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I mean, guess the crux is, don't look at closure, don't look at moving on, don't look at retirement, don't look at, like one of the medics, again, another legend, 20 years of service to the club, retired last night, sorry. And to me, I don't want to retire. I genuinely, that is not appealing to me. That seems the opposite of appealing to me. I get up and I want to do what I do. I look forward to going into weight sessions and coaching people. I want to do it. Something that I would do for free, but hopefully will not be doing for free. It genuinely is something that I would happily do for free. However, you got skills, you get paid for your skills. So he also loves what he does, yet he's retiring. It doesn't jive with me. I'm going to die in the weight room probably. You heard it here first. I'm going to be found dead. Magnus Magnuson style. Hopefully not during deadlift, because fuck deadlift. Maybe during a nice big bench press. Heart will explode or something. I can go out doing what I love doing. So yeah, look at it as an opportunity. It was basically what I'm trying to say. Look at closure as opportunity. Look at the end of a chapter. Look at being fired from a job. Look at quitting your job. Look at moving to a new place. It keeps you lean, keeps you thinking, keeps you dangerous, as Grant Cardone likes to say. Be dangerous in the space. You don't want to be comfortable. You don't want to be. You don't want to be in a place where you don't have demands on your time. You don't have obligations. You don't have responsibilities. You don't want to be that place, because when you get in that place, you get soft. You get fat. You get lazy. You do not want to be in that place. You want to keep moving. You want to be agile. You want to stay dangerous, as he likes to say. The guy's amazing. You should definitely check out some of Grant Cardone stuff. Really enjoying him. Yeah, so look at it as an opportunity, because that's what it is. It's an opportunity. It's a new place, new things, or it's more time. And time is the only non-renewable resource, so always remember that. Thank you very much for listening. We'll hopefully get back to some more specific or educational content regarding lifting stuff, or getting fitter, or nutrition, or whatever the topic is. I've been Mark, as always. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can get me at speedpowerperformance, gmail.com. You can catch me on Facebook. Cast Iron Strength is the Facebook. You can catch me on Instagram. It's probably where I post the most. Online Strength Coach is the handle. Or you can catch me on Twitter, IrishMark1. Just give me a shout. Any of those mediums, I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Mark. This is the Online Strength Coach Podcast. Episode 116 in the bag. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.